Jinnah Elite School, we love you with the heart. Jinnah Elite School.
Assalamu alaikum dear students. I welcome you all to my online class lecture for SST grade 9. So our today's topic would be Shimla Conference, in which we will be studying that what is Shimla Conference, where did it take place, how did it take place, who participated, what were the objectives of the Shimla conference and was it successful or not. So before going to the Shimla conference, which took place in 1945, where the leadership of the Muslim League and the Congress met with the Viceroy Lord Wavell at the Shimla. But before going to Shimla, I would like to give you a small background that what happened prior to the Shimla. So we had World War II, which started in 1939. British took the decision that Indians would be participating along with the British in the war, in which Congress did not support, and not only support, but they also resigned on the basis that they would join the war or will support the British if the British assured to the Indians that they will get independence. But it did not happen, so the Congress resigned from the ministries in 1939. Whereas in 1940, the famous Lahore Resolution was passed by the Muslim League under the leadership of Jinnah, in which the Muslim League for the first time demanded a separate homeland. Again, this was not accepted neither by the British nor by the Congress leadership. Then in 1942, going forward, 1932, Congress started Quit India movement under the leadership of Gandhi. Once again, Congress took on the roads and they put pressure on the British that British should leave India as soon as possible. But when they started Quit India movement, British retaliated and took all of them and put them in prison. Then Chakravarti Rajgopal formula in 1944, a Congress Hindu leader who decided to bring the Hindus and Muslims together, just like what we saw in Lucknow Pact and also during the Khilafat movement. So Chakravarti Raj formula was to bring Muslim and the Congress together. Jinnah and Gandhi met once again. They discussed the issue, but they could not come up with the solution. So Chakravarti Rajgopal formula also got failed in 1944. Then Shimla conference took place. Now coming back to the Shimla conference. So Shimla conference took place because Chakravarti Rajgopal formula failed to bring Muslim and Congress together. And also now there was a shift. Lord Wavell became the Viceroy, and he invited both Congress and Muslim League leadership at Shimla to come up with a solution, because it's in June 1945. World War was still going on, and World War II ended in September 1945. So British were still not sure that which side will win the war. So for that they needed the support of both Congress and Muslim League, or as a whole we can say the Indians. So Muslim League was led by Jinnah, while Congress was led by Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad and Gandhi. Lord Wavell assured that Indian leadership that there would be Central Executive Council. Now it was again kind of reforms which for the first time they assured that this Executive Council will have first 14 members, all of them Indians. Secondly, the council was to have all Indian members except the Viceroy and Commander-in-Chief, which meant that the Viceroy himself plus the Commander-in-Chief position will remain with the British, while the rest, everything would be shifted to whom? To both Congress and Muslim League leadership. Now, despite giving all these portfolios except the Viceroy and the Commander-in-Chief, still the Muslim League and the Congress did not accept, or it did not succeed. The Shimla conference did not succeed. We'll come to know why it did not succeed. Thank you. So now we'll get to know that why Shimla conference did not succeed and why did it fail. So the first reason of the failure of the Shimla conference was that the Muslim League rejected the plan. Why? Because Jinnah wanted that those 6 members out of 14 members would be nominated by Muslim League, which meant that all those 6 seats reserved for the Muslims, all of them should be nominated by the Muslim League. What did it mean? It meant that Muslim League was the sole representative of the Indian Muslims, not any other political party. While on the other hand, Congress wanted Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad to be part of the council on the Muslim quota, which meant that it was the Congress which was the sole representative of the Indians, which included both Hindus and Muslims. This was a trick played by Gandhi, and this is where both the Muslim League and the Congress did not come up with consensus. While the third point was that Congress wanted independence sooner or later, but they were of the opinion that British should leave India as soon as possible, while at the same time Muslim League too were seeking independence but for a separate homeland, whereas Congress under the leadership of Jinnah, Nehru, Azad, they wanted a united India. Secondly, or the last point was that British were not yet ready to grant independence to the Indians, because they were still fighting the war. The Second World War ended in September 1945. This is where they got victory, and this is where the tables turned once again in the favor of the British, and this is why it still took 2 more years for the Muslim League and for the Muslim League and the Congress to get independence from the British. So this was all. In next lecture we'll be discussing about the 1945-46 elections, how that election turned out to be for the Muslim League or for the Congress. Was it successful or not? We'll be discussing in our upcoming lectures. Thank you so much.